Hey, my dear friends and fellow anglers. Welcome back to the channel for your most trusted fishing forecast. Today, we're diving deep into what promises to be an absolutely fascinating day on the water in beautiful New Zealand, the 3rd of December, 2025. Now, why fascinating, you ask? Well, we're heading into peak summer, which usually means hot action, but this particular day is shaping up with some interesting weather patterns and a very bright moon overhead. Get ready, because this forecast will reveal some crucial insights to help you land that trophy fish, even with the tricky conditions ahead. So, grab your coffee, sit back, and let's talk fishing. First up, let's talk about our incredible freshwater warriors, the rainbow trout and brown trout. With early summer in full swing, these beauties are active, but the forecasted rain will dictate their mood. You can expect moderate to significant rainfall, up to 1.25 inches, which means river levels might rise and water clarity could drop. So, where do you find them? Focus on river edges, especially where clearer tributaries meet the main flow, or in calmer pools and behind structure where fish can escape strong currents and find dislodged food. For gear, I'd recommend heavy nymphs or small streamers to punch through any murkier water. In lakes, where the water temperature is comfortably warming to around 19 degrees Celsius, trout will be more active. However, if the day is bright between rain showers, they might hold a bit deeper, so consider trolling small, brightly colored lures or using a spinning setup with small spoons along drop-offs. Early mornings and late evenings will likely be your best bet, especially if those sporadic mayfly hatches happen on any calmer, warmer periods. And don't forget those river mouths, friends, as smelt and bullies will be moving in, attracting hungry trout. Now let's cast our eyes towards the incredible saltwater opportunities, starting with our beloved snapper or bonsai. December is prime time for snapper in the northern regions of New Zealand, with sea temperatures hovering around a pleasant 19 degrees Celsius. With a high illumination moon nearing full, they might feed more actively during twilight hours or at night, so during the day you'll want to target deeper reefs, coastal channels and around kelp beds. They love structure, so anywhere you find it, you'll find them. As for tackle, fresh pilchard or squid baits are always winners, presented on a ledger rig or a stray line. Soft plastics, especially jerk shades or grub tails in natural colors, can also be incredibly effective, worked slowly over the bottom. And here's a little trick, friends. Don't underestimate the power of a good burly trail to bring those big snapper right to you. And for those of you chasing a real fight, the mighty kingfish are absolutely on fire this time of year. December marks the start of the big game fishing season, and these aggressive predators are actively hunting. Look for them around offshore reefs, pinnacles, and any areas with strong current lines, especially where you spot baitfish schools. They are true ambush predators. Your best bet will be live bait such as koheru or mackerel, deployed on a heavy-duty jigging or trolling setup. Large stick baits and metal jigs worked hard and fast will also provoke brutal strikes from these powerful fish. While the breezy to windy conditions averaging 23 kilometers per hour might make boat handling a bit challenging, kingfish often thrive in these conditions, using the stirred-up water to their advantage. Just be prepared for a serious battle, my friends. All right, let's break down the conditions and understand why these tactics will work. The weather for the 3rd of December 2025 shows daytime temperatures around 68 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius, dropping slightly to 66 degrees Fahrenheit or 19 degrees Celsius at night. So generally warm summer weather. However, we're looking at moderate to significant rainfall, potentially over an inch, throughout the day. This rain can be a double-edged sword. It stirs up food for trout, but can also make rivers high and murky. We're also expecting breezy to windy conditions, with an average wind speed of 23 kilometers per hour, which can make casting tricky and boat control challenging in open waters. Atmospheric pressure is likely to be fluctuating, which often means fish can be a bit more finicky and less predictable in their feeding patterns. Water temperatures across New Zealand are comfortably warming. Coastal waters in the north are around 19 degrees Celsius, while even in some central areas they're approaching 17 or 18 degrees Celsius, Even the freshwater lakes and rivers are warming nicely. This generally translates to higher metabolic rates and active fish, making them willing to feed. Now for the lunar forecast on December 3rd, 2025, we'll be experiencing a Pertextile waxing gibbous moon, almost a full moon, with illumination nearing 98%. According to popular fishing lore, a brightly illuminated moon often means that fish feed actively throughout the night, which can sometimes make them less aggressive during the daylight hours. It also contributes to stronger tides, which can be great for moving baitfish and stimulating predators, but also means faster currents to contend with. So what's the overall assessment for fishing on December 3rd? My friends, I'd rate the bite as good to challenging, depending heavily on your location and how you adapt to the conditions. The summer activity is high, but the rain, wind, and almost full moon mean you'll need to be smart, move around, and adjust your presentation. Don't be afraid to try different depths and experiment with your retrieve speed. There you have it, friends, my detailed forecast for the 3rd of December 2025 in New Zealand. I wish you all nothing but tight lines and screaming reels. May your coolers be full and your fishing stories legendary. Till next time, friends, tight lines, and I hope you catch some absolute monsters. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments below. What's your go-to bait when the weather gets a bit tricky, and what are your plans for hitting the water this week? Share your observations and let's build this amazing community together. Ni hoi ho, ni hoi ho, ni huanga.